Hey everybody, welcome to the Lion's Den. Today we're going to make a serving platter in the shape of a Christmas tree. I got this colored paper from my partner along with the question if I could make a serving tray for Christmas. Nice quick little project. I started out by transferring the paper template to a piece of chipboard I had laying around the shop to use as a router template. Here I'm just holding it down and tracing it with a Sharpie for a nice wide cut line. And the camera dies. I think it was the battery once again. Maybe I should try having the charger hooked up. Anyway, I cut the template with the jigsaw and then I sanded it to the line. And once again, the camera fails. During the last video, the jigsaw fell to the floor, so it sounds a bit tired and gets really hot now. It still gets the job done, but as you can see, it gets really hot, almost to the point where you don't want to keep your hands there. Okay, let's move on to the routing. This time I ain't messing around with the double stick tape. I'm just going directly for the blue tape and the CA glue. And you guessed it, camera died. Again. Anyhow, the template is now attached, so let's start routing. At first I didn't realize it, but my flush trim bit is actually a wee bit too short. First of all, I couldn't sink it all the way down into the collet, otherwise the bearing would not touch the template. At first I just thought that the bit is dull and the oak is hard, but then I realized that the cutting edge of the bit wasn't actually covering the whole thickness of the wood, meaning that the bottom of the wood was touching the shank of the bit instead of the cutting edge. I've tried realigning everything to get the bit to cut the whole surface, but it's just too short. As long as there wasn't too much material to remove, it was possible to just work your way through it. And then I realized that if I tilt the board just a tiny little bit, I could carefully route away the excess lip on the bottom, allowing the bit to get close enough for the bearing to hit the template. And here you can really see my sketchy method. After discovering this somewhat sketchy technique, I went over the whole thing once again and finally got it done. After that, I simply just removed the template and used the actual workpiece as a template in order to remove that little lip left at the bottom. I think I should get a new flush trim bit. Once that's done, it's time to give all the edges a nice round over. And hey, look at me, being all safe and all. As usual, I'm using a ruler and a test piece to set the side height. Every now and then it happens that I set the bit height, everything looks good on the test piece, but once you start routing the actual piece, all of a sudden the bit is a wee bit too high and leaves that little recessed edge at the top. Is it just me, or is anyone else also having these issues? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. It's not a super big deal in this case. It just leaves you with some extra sanding. And who doesn't love some extra sanding, right? Speaking of sanding, it's that time again. I am starting at 80 grit and moving up to 120. Once that's done, I finish off at 180. And I lost count on how many times that stupid hose falls off. And then it's time to raise the grain. And once that's dry, I go over it one last time with 180, and then it's time for finish. I'm using mineral oil, just spreading a liberal amount with a paper towel. Then I let it sit for about an hour before wiping the excess off.
1 hour later.
And here we have it, a nice and simple build. Nothing fancy, basically no measuring, just shaping a piece of wood. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again soon. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down in the comment section. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Oh, and by the way, if you kept count on the stupid hose, please put it in the comment section. That way I'll know that you have been paying attention. Thanks.